So today we are going to talk about uh, the present perfect tense, which is given in your second chapter under the section of heading. A tense very commonly used in English to refer to the past. See, it is the present perfect tense, but it is commonly used to refer to the past events and conditions. The present perfect tense is used in these particular conditions that are given below when an activity happened at an unspecified time in the past before the present. That something has happened already, but we are not specified or particular about the activity. Activity's time. When we do not know the time of the activity, then we use the present perfect tense. When an activity has been repeated several times before now. If something happens repeatedly, then also we are going to refer it to through the present perfect tense. When an activity was very recently completed before now. So if you have completed your assignment, let's say, so you can say, I have completed my assignment. Now, this is a present perfect tense. I have completed my assignment. When an activity is not completed in the past, right? Now let's have a look on the examples. The first one is unspecified time or unspecific time before now. They have already seen that movie. They have already seen that movie. Now we do not know when they have seen this movie or when they have watched this movie. Either it was 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, or maybe 3 hours ago. So when we do not know the time, exact time, then we use present perfect tense. Then repeated activity before now. We have visited New York City many times. We have been to Islamabad many times. We have been to Sawat, Kalar Saida, Kalar Kahar, etc. many times. So you see, these things that you have been doing, the activities or visits are common and they are repeated. Or maybe if you tell somebody that I have visited my campus in Islamabad, which is situated in H8, Allama Iqbal Open University. So you keep going there. That is why that is a repeated activity, and you will use present perfect tense. An action has recently completed before now. I have just eaten. I have just joined the uh, workshop. I have just completed my assignment. So something that has been completed recently will be conveyed through the present perfect tense. Then an action not completed in the past. I have studied Spanish for many years. I have studied Spanish for many years. In your case, you can say that I have studied English for many years because from the very beginning of our educational career or background, we are given a subject called English where we have to learn the rules and functions of English. As for now, we are trying to cover English Compulsory 1. So these are some examples. Now, what are the indicators of present perfect tense? Recently, for now, I have done this. For now, I have been doing this, yet, never, before, so far, just, and since. Now, there are two forms of present perfect tense that I'm going to share with you. Now, the first form is have or has with past participle. I have studied. I have seen. You have studied. He, she, it has studied, right? We have studied. They have studied. So, with has or have, we will be using past participle in order to show a present action in present perfect tense. Then form 2, I have walked, I have grown, you have walked, they have walked, we have walked, she has walked. So this is how you use it. One thing that I would like to share with you, for first person pronoun you will use have, but for he, she, it, you will use has because they are singular, right? I and you will use have, They are exceptional cases. With plural, you use have. However, with singular pronouns, you use has. For example, she has it, she has studied, he has seen, and etc. Right now, I will take you to your book. Let's have a look at your book, that what kind of examples are given there. This was only to make you familiarized with the concept itself. I hope it's a bit clear. Now let's have a look on your book. So this is what is given in your book. They say that in this unit we are going to study the present perfect tense. Before we learn the rules, let us listen to a dialogue between Mr. and Mrs. Elahi Baksh, who are about to go on a holiday. They are standing outside their front door and talking to each other. Listen to their conversation. Now I'm going to try and read the conversation for you in two voices. One is Mr. Elahi Baksh and the other one is Mrs. Elahi Baksh. So I'm going to start now. Have you switched off the gas? Yes, I have switched off the gas. I have switched off all the lights. I have unplugged everything in the kitchen. What about the windows? I have shut and locked all the windows. I have left a spare key with Mrs. Kareem next door. She'll check the house every day. Such a nice woman. Her husband has lost his job, you know. Now let's see. Have I forgotten anything? I hope not. I have put the suitcase in the car. Come on, let's go. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. Stop worrying now. So you see, they have used present perfect tense to show different conditions that we have just discussed. Unspecific time, recently completed action, something that did not, run the course of its time, and etc. Now, the next exercise is imagine it is based on the recorded text, the text, I mean to say, the conversation between Mr. and Mrs. Alahi Baksh. Now, imagine you are Mrs. Alahi Baksh. Mr. Baksh asks you whether you have done the following things. Answer his questions. Have you switched off the gas? Yes, I have switched off the gas. Have you switched off the lights? So you can, or being Mrs. Alahi Baksh, you can answer, yes, I have switched off the lights. So we are using the structure I have. I have switched off the lights. Similarly, you can go about the rest of the exercise. Now, here is a brief overview of the form and function of present perfect tense. The present perfect tense is used when the time periods have not finished. Like I've shared with you, I have seen 3 movies this week, right? Then present perfect simple auxiliary verb plus past participle. So we have talked about it. They have eaten, he has gone, I have not eaten, I have not done, etc. Exercise number 7. Naheed is a personal secretary working for Lakhani Group of Industries in Karachi. Every morning before Mr. Lakhani comes to the office, she checks her boss's diary to make sure what are the official appointments, meetings, etc. scheduled. The things that Mr. Lakhani has done are marked with a tick. Let us try and see how Miss Naheed is confirming or making statements about what her boss has done or not done. Follow the example and construct similar statement using present perfect tense. Right, so this is the diary. I hope it's visible. Let me zoom it out. Now, timeline is given 8:30, 8:45, 9, 9:30, etc. Telephone the Peshawar office, telephone Lahore about the, contract, etc. Now, what we have to do is we have to make present perfect tenses of these situations. For example, my boss has telephoned Peshawar. My boss has not telephoned Lahore yet about the contract. Similarly, you go about it and you make the present perfect tenses. Right? So these are some examples given You can read yourself, they are very easy, right? I hope it is clear now.